Affront. It can be very frustrating. It can be very confronting. It can be very, oh my goodness, is that my truth? It can be very eye-opening. So when you take affront at something, you are hurt deep down inside. But why are you hurt deep down inside? What is it to you that makes it hurt? So, per se, there was something on the news. A gentleman was talking about female menstruation equipment, tools, whatever you want to call it, cup, whatever you want to call it. And there were females who took affront. What does it matter? Does it really matter? What kind of affront have you felt that actually in the big picture, in the global picture, does it really matter? Maybe it does matter to you, but why does it matter to you? How did that hurt really affect you? What's the basis of that hurt? And this is what affront is for, this chapter. What are you affronted from? Why did that hurt? So if somebody got a bit upset with the gentleman talking about menstruation equipment, had she been embarrassed? Had she had a traumatic experience with a man and her periods? In which case, if she did, that's actually not his fault. And he didn't know that when he spoke about it. And you can't please all the people all the time. And that's what affront is. If somebody says a comment, people go, oh, I've taken affront to that. Oh, I'm not very happy about that. It's really hurt me. It's really shocked. You've hurt my feelings. Yeah, but why? Why has it hurt your feelings? And that's what the book's about. I want to know why, so you can then mature and you can grow and your values will change. If you can figure out why you have affront to a certain subject or a certain phrase or a certain poster, why? In which case, if you do have a why and you can figure out the why, then you need to perhaps grow through that. You need perhaps work that out of your system. If it was a trauma, have a good cry and write about it and burn it. If it was something somebody said and for some reason it brought up a memory, acknowledge that memory with acceptance. Acknowledge that it wasn't the most pleasant thing for you. But why would then you let something else give you affront? Because then you'll just carry on that hurt. And whatever happened in the first place, it means they're winning because you now have rent space in your head for something that's hurt you again. Isn't it better to have acceptance of what happened? Isn't it better to work through your trauma because that's how it did happen? And that way you would never take affront or offense again. And that's a really good place to be. Somebody tries to take you down and you go, actually, it's not really bothering me at all. Knowing who you are inside yourself, nobody can hurt you, nobody can affront you, confront you. Well, they can confront you, but you're not going to let them get the better of it. You're not going to let them see you and your weakness. If you've dealt with things that have hurt you, then things can't hurt you anymore. And having that true acceptance of yes, it hurt. Yes, I've dealt with it. Yes, I've had a good cry. Now when somebody brings it up, it doesn't set anything off of me. In that case, you've dealt with it. And that's how it is. You have to feel completely okay when somebody else mentions that, in which case you've done that work. I've had a traumatic problem when I was 20, and somebody mentioned again, but it didn't trigger. And I went, yes, I've nailed that affront. I've nailed that hurt. And now that anybody can say anything, and it's really not going to bother me. And that's part of our growth. That's part of seeing who we are. It's part of figuring out our values. And so understanding when you feel affronted, or you feel hurt, or you feel somebody's being rude to you, figure out why. It's actually not their fault. You are responsible for your own feelings, not anybody else. Why did you take affront? Have a really scratch the surface. Have a look in. What was that all about? And that's what I want you to do on the workbook. Have a look when you took affront to something. Figure out why you took affront. And that's really interesting. And then scratch the surface. In fact, psychologists say asking why 5 times really scratches the surface, gets a little bit deeper. By the time you get to the 5th, why am I feeling that? Then you really get to the truth. Give that a go, see how you feel.